Hi there. So I was really inspired by Freely and Durian Rider's videos on the topic of the deer antler extract and the placenta and all that type of stuff. I've never really been into Matt Monarch or David Wolfe anyways. It wasn't ever really a big thing. They'd both, I don't know, just kind of, David Wolfe especially just kind of seemed a little bit wacky. He's always talking about star alignment and chocolate and like how all these things align and how you get spirituality through eating a deer because it's really here and I don't know, and it's in the wilderness and all that, crazy stuff. I just wanted to basically express my outrage for them selling these products. I didn't really know. I didn't obviously go and shop and look at their stuff, but if I did, just out of curiosity, which I did, I went and looked on Matt Monarch's website and on David Wolfe's, and I got a description of apparently why it's needed. So apparently you need Loki. Shush. This is my puppy dog, and he's upset at me for making a video, but that's okay. Because we're gonna go play in a second. You wanna go play? Go play. And there he goes off to find his ball. Anyways, so the huge thing about this that really makes me upset is in the description, basically the reason why you have to have deer antler extract is because it is a safe and natural way for your body to rejuvenate and grow. It's better than human growth hormone. That's kind of what they're comparing it to, at least from what I read, and that's what I took away from it. I don't know why you would need human growth hormone anyways, but especially the deer antler extract. Like, it makes no sense. You're basically taking an appendage off an animal that grows at a fairly rapid rate. So, you just saw my dog. My dog has toenails, and they grow pretty rapidly. I have to try and cut them like once a week. Or taking him for really long walks through our neighborhood on the pavement really works as well. But anybody who has a dog or has, been near animals that have nails or I can't even concentrate. He's being so nasty right now. He's being so nasty. I'm gonna let him out and I'm gonna be right back because this issue is really important. Okay, sorry. So it's a really great. Now I've lost my train of thought, but this is really important. I swear. Shoot, what am I trying to say? Oh yeah. So anybody who has an animal, who has a dog or a cat or anything like that, if you clip their toenails or their nails and you go a little bit too far, they yelp, they get upset, it hurts them, and they start bleeding. So the deer antler extract is no different. I have lived on a farm for most of my life. We mostly grow hay and stuff like that, and grains to feed our horses that we ride and stuff like that. We used to have chickens and turkeys and stuff like that too. But basically, we would have herds of deer and other wildlife go and walk around in and around our house. Obviously, it's technically my parents' property, but I mean, it's for the animals and everybody else, I don't know, I don't really personally believe in property, but anyway. And when we would find deer antler, there would be none of that, the velvety stuff that they're trying to sell you. When it falls off, it's more of the bone. It's all dried up, and that's when they shed it. Okay, so there's absolutely no way that this can be humane. It's basically like taking a dog being like, oh, well, these toenails really grow fast, so I mean, it's almost like human growth hormone, and people really need that when they're working out or, whatever, to help repair their muscles. So we're just going to take the entire dog's nail off and cauterize it. So then it grows back, cut it, cauterize it, grow back, cut it, cauterize it. If somebody was doing that to a dog, people would flip the fruit out. Yeah, you heard me. They would flip the fruit out. They would hate it. They would be going absolutely nuts. And I'm glad that Freely and Durian Rider and a few other people have brought this to people's attention because it's just ridiculous. You don't need it at all, just like you don't need to go up to a deer and gnaw on the antler. It's not going to do anything for you. It really is not. It's like the same thing when people hunt elephants and rhinos and stuff like that for ivory. It's purely for a selfish reason. It doesn't help you, and it definitely doesn't help the animal. Also, another thing that really pisses me off, especially about David Wolfe, is that he's saying all about if you eat deer, it's, well, at least in the video that I saw him talking, which was the longevity conference, whatever thing, he was like, throwing out bottles of the shit that he sells. He was like, oh yeah, well, it's better to eat a deer than it is to eat a cow because deers are more spiritual, because they're in touch with the world and blah, blah, blah. And because cows are formed, they're just, there. That's the kind of thing that he did. He was like, oh, cows are just, there. He's such a moron. Pardon me, not trying to be mean, but anyways, you are kind of a moron because, you don't appreciate those animals at all. I live in Canada. When it's wintertime, it gets fruiting cold. It gets really, really, really cold, especially up in the north. So guess what? Natives or people that live up north hunt the animals so that then they have some nourishment for the winter because they can't grow plants. Okay, they can't grow any other they don't have any other way to nourish themselves. But guess what? When they hunt those animals, the difference between them and you, David Wolfe, is the fact that they actually appreciate the animal. They use every single bit of the animal, they appreciate it, and they try to do it with the least amount of suffering as possible. So, unfortunately, they will hit it in the head. Okay? In terms of survival, that's what they do it for. They don't do it to exploit the animals, and they don't do it to exploit people to get $150 for a tiny little droplet thing that big so you can put some deer antler extract under your tongue so your muscles will grow bigger. It's BS. If you want your muscles to grow, go to a goddamn gym, pick up some weights, and start training. Okay? You don't need deer antler extract, you don't need creatine, you need to feed your body what it needs to be able to grow. Your body needs it's carbohydrates, glucose, it needs fresh fruit, vegetables, and you know what? I can kind of see some people who eat minimal meat. You know what? Okay, I can kind of see that as being part of a diet, especially for somewhere out here, up in the north, where it's friggin' cold in the winter and you don't have anything else to eat. Again, they respect the animals. That's the difference between them and you. You're not respecting them. You're exploiting them just to take their antlers off and to say to people that, you need this. It's way better than human growth hormone. It's equally just as bad, except for the fact that you're saying that it's natural because it comes from a deer's antler. Grow the fruit up and get a real job like everybody else and stop exploiting people and being such a moron. Thank you sincerely, everybody in the world.